Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's about 6:20. Let's start my day. All right, guys, now I'm gonna make me a coffee and I'm gonna go to the office. All right, let's go put on a shirt and let's get to work. All right, guys, day 2 is showing up every single day. Day 2, 132 days sober now. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and help you guys. I'm gonna show you guys how to step into alignment. So the problem we have here is that most people try to change themselves without changing their environment. That is why they keep failing. I tried to change, but my environment kept pulling me back. The food was still there, the people were still there, the habits were still there. I wasn't weak, but I was in the wrong environment here. Willpower is not the answer. Everyone has willpower. The problem is that willpower runs out. Your environment does not. When your environment is designed against you, you will always lose in the long game. The only way to win is to change your environment first. So I was around people that were smoking constantly and I was hell-bent on not smoking. But every day, these people would offer me a joint, offer me to smoke. And they know I didn't want to smoke. It's not their fault, but my environment. I can't expect to be the only one different in an environment that's doing what I don't want to do. Eventually, I fell back into smoking. And I continued to smoke with that same environment, in that same circle. The second I decided to remove that circle out of my life, I was able to quit smoking and stay sober the whole route. I didn't quit. I didn't relapse. I didn't go back to smoking. I stayed completely sober. So that is one of the important factors on why your environment needs to change in order to step into alignment and do exactly what it is that you want to do. Next, your body is the first signal you send to yourself and the universe that you are serious about changing. I know you guys hear me talk about the blood pressure moment. If you haven't, my girlfriend checked my blood pressure and the number scared the both of us. She said I have high blood pressure, and that scared me. That same day, that same week, I decided to hit the gym. Never looked back. Every single day. I was 209 pounds. I started hitting the gym that same day, that same week. Not the next month, not the next week, not the next year, but that same day. I decided to switch. As well, I switched to food immediately. I wasn't gonna go to the gym, work out, burn so much calories, and then go eat junk food. No. I switched the eating habits immediately. I started cooking. I started eating real food. I cut off all the junk food. What happened to my body and my energy after I made that switch was insane. I immediately started to lose weight. I started feeling healthier. I started gaining real muscle. I started chasing real dopamine, and I was feeling amazing, and I looked great. Before, I was 209, and then I dropped down to 157 pounds of muscle. I really dropped down to 140 pounds, and then I bulked up to 157 pounds of muscle. The transformation is visible. The transformation is real, guys. The next pillar I want to talk about is the mind. You do not know how foggy your mind is until the fog lifts. Sobriety does not just remove a habit, it removes a filter between you and your clearest thinking. So the substances that I was using and why, I was smoking weed a lot. That was something that I felt like was good for me, and it was not affecting my productivity, my health. I felt like it was actually an enhancer to all those things that I was doing in my life. As well, I wasn't addicted to alcohol, but once I moved to Vegas, alcohol consumption became a huge thing for me. And yeah, I was drinking every weekend. I wasn't proud of that. That was never something that oh my God, I need alcohol. But it was something that I was doing with the crowd. And it was fun, it was cool. Is getting blacked out drunk. It wasn't that cool, but still did it. So weed and alcohol was the substances I was using. I was numbing real responsibility, taking real control, real responsibility over my life. I was numbing that with the alcohol and the weed. The ending of 2025, the last day of December, at midnight, I decided to cut all of it completely. I decided to cut it all off completely. No cutbacks. All of it gone. No more weed for the whole year 2026. No alcohol the whole year 2026. And I want to prove to myself that I could do it. If I could spend a whole year smoking and drinking, I could spend a whole year not doing those things. And I got to prove it to myself. I will prove it to myself. I will document the journey. It's currently 132 days sober. The conversations I'm having now, especially with my mentors and the people around me, are actually great conversations that improve me, my life, and their life. I'm having real conversations. Pillar 3, your circle. There is no neutral people in your life. Everyone is either pulling you towards who you are becoming or pulling you back towards who you used to be. So for me, I had to cut off a lot of people. I knew it was time. There's a crowd of people that I was hanging with for a while, and I knew eventually that would have to come to an end so I could step into alignment. And I knew it was time. It felt right. It felt like a huge responsibility, but a responsibility that was needed. I did not fear that I would be alone. I knew anyone who was for me will still be in my life and will be happy that I'm stepping into alignment. I also didn't fear losing anybody or being alone because I know the universe will bring the right people that are aligned with God's vision, God's purpose, and aligned with me. The universe will align you with the right people when you make space for them. Have faith in that. Cutting your circle is not a punishment for them. It's a commitment to yourself. You are not saying that they are bad people. You are saying their environment is not compatible with who you are becoming. The universe will align you with the right people when you make space for them. Have faith in them. At the moment, I currently have mentors that are 70 years old and up. I meet with them on Tuesdays for breakfast, and what those conversations have given me that my old circle couldn't is lifetime of experience and knowledge that my peers weren't knowledgeable of and couldn't encourage me in that sense or in that way. And also what changed for me socially when I aligned is that I started to gain real life greater opportunities for me. Greater opportunities came into my life. I started building real business. I started making real network connections. And I just thank God that I was able to put myself in these opportunities, put myself in these places, basically stepping into alignment. I had to take the first step of switching my environment so that way I could allow my new circle that is aligned with me to enter my life. And lastly, guys, I'm going to talk about pillar 4, which is your purpose. When you have a real purpose, discipline stops being hard. You do not negotiate with the alarm clock when you know why you are getting up. I just want to talk about how Align Prime started, why I document every day. Align Prime started the day I decided to step into alignment. I decided to build real discipline, consistency, and a life that I'm really proud of. Align Prime started by stepping into alignment. That is why I call it Align. Align yourself with your highest version of yourself. Align yourself with God. Align yourself with discipline. Align yourself with consistency. If you're out of alignment, things won't work out for you at all. For me, I started posting every single day. I was sober. I wanted to switch my habits. I started to pick up new habits, which was posting. I remember I created a brand new Instagram account and I deactivated my old account that was full of other people from my old circle. So I decided to start fresh and have my new community of people find me. I'm not looking for people, but I want my community to find me. Start posting. I got my first few followers and then my first sale, the new opportunities. Purpose did not come first. It revealed itself through action. So through action, I was able to find real purpose and real substance, truly. You do not find your purpose by thinking about it. You find it by moving. Start documenting, start building, start creating. The purpose becomes clear when you are in motion. Sitting still, waiting to feel ready is how years pass without progress. What I'm building here in Align Prime is a framework for discipline, consistency, living in alignment. It's not on a regular day you decide to change everything, but it's the framework, how you're supposed to think about these different pillars, these 4 pillars that I just spoke about. It's not something you do overnight, but it's something you have to really deeply reflect on and apply into your life so that way your life could change for the better. Align Prime is for the visionaries, the leaders, the motivated men who are done playing small. And I choose to build this in public because I have nothing to hide. I'm here exposing my whole life on the internet so that way I could be as transparent as possible with you guys, so that way you guys can have a clear example on alignment, on someone that's living in alignment with their highest self, and that's helping and guiding you to do the same. The reason why I'm building Align Prime as well is so that schools, institutions, hospitals, they're able to incorporate my message and teach it to their employees, their students, their workers, anyone. They could go through this training process so that way they could live in alignment with the core values of the institution or the school or whatever, because these 4 pillars are one of the most effective things in your life, so that way you could live a way better life and a more successful and abundant life.
was able to vlog all day. I want to do this every single day. Amazing day, 10 out of 10 day. I plan on doing this every single day. Staying consistent, showing up. I showed up for you guys yesterday. Showed up for you guys today. Now I'm gonna show up for you guys tomorrow. 132 days sober. No weed, no alcohol. Building real discipline with consistency. Align-prime.com. Great workout, boys. Great workout. Lock in.